Okay, so before we get to the video, I just want to say that this might be cringe and maybe too long, but stick with me. It does have some fun and interesting parts too. Heyo, what's up guys? It's Innocent Penguin here. So today I'm going to be making my own personal NFL team. And before anyone gets butthurt, this is my opinion on who I would have on a team. If you don't like it, make your own. Now don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get it. Okay, first up is Zach Martin. He's an offensive guard for the Dallas Cowboys. And honestly, I wouldn't take anybody else right here than Zach Martin. He's a good first step to building an O-line, and I would love to have him on a team. Next up, we have Quentin Nelson. He is a guard. In the last year, he only allowed 2 sacks, 4 QB hits, and 17 hurries. That was the best among all rookies. A monster. Great addition to a team. Next up is Brian Bulaga. And let me just start off by saying that being a Chargers fan, I am ecstatic that we picked him up. And he was instrumental in Green Bay's own line, only giving up 30 sacks, which is the fewest since the 2007 season. That is amazing for an O-line, and I'm glad he's on the team. Next up is Terron Armstead, tackle for the Saints. If you didn't know, Terron Armstead ran a 40-yard dash time of 4.71, which is the fastest by an O-lineman in NFL history. And last year, he only gave up 21 sacks, which was the least in the league. Finally, for the O-line is Maurkice Pouncey. Now here, I could have went with Mike Pouncey and been a true Chargers fan, but Maurkice is way better. So much better that last year he gave up 0 sacks. That's right, 0. Next up, we got George Kittle, tight end for the 49ers. Let me just start off by saying, that's my opinion! I get it, more people might think that Travis Kelce is better than George Kittle, but this is my opinion, and I'm going to base it off of what I like. Anyways, in 2019, George Kittle racked up 85 receptions, 1,053 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Now that is what I call an athlete. Okay, so we're going to keep it 49ers for right now. And this is Kyle Juszczyk, fullback for the 49ers. And in 2019, Kyle Juszczyk became the most highest paid fullback in the NFL. His contract is a 4-year, $21 million deal. And that might not seem a lot, but for a fullback, that's a lot. A real lot. I chose him because I like his raw athleticism and his ability to make plays when he's in the game, which very little fullbacks can do. Next up, we got Christian McCaffrey, running back for the Carolina Panthers. And may I just say, one of the few bright spots on the team? Like, come on, give this man some help. Anyways, in 2019, he had 288 attempts for 1,387 yards, 15 touchdowns total, and 116 receptions. Now that is monster. Monster worthy to the max. Like, have you seen this dude? Crazy. Now here we have Keenan Allen, wide receiver for the Los Angeles Chargers. And he is my favorite wide receiver here because I'm a Chargers fan. But besides that, Keenan Allen's route running ability and ability to catch in traffic is amazing. In 2019, he had 104 receptions for 1,199 yards and 6 touchdowns. Now in 2018, he also won Comeback Player of the Year, which is amazing. Now we have DeAndre Hopkins, wide receiver for the Arizona Cardinals. Last year, he played for the Houston Texans. And in that last year, he racked up 104 receptions for 1,165 yards and 7 total touchdowns, which is amazing on its own. But when you think about like who he had throwing to him is even better, because Deshaun Watson and DeAndre Hopkins, now that was a duo I loved watching. Okay, so finally for the wide receivers, we have Mike Evans, wide receiver for the Buccaneers. Now, I know I could have gone with Chris Godwin, I know, but I like Mike Evans better, and this is my opinion, so I went with him. And he also goes really well for the quarterback I had chosen because the quarterback I have chosen needs height, and he usually doesn't have height to throw to. So, relax, alright? I know what I'm doing. Kind of. Okay, so in 2019, he had 67 receptions for 1,175 yards and 8 touchdowns. Now, for quarterbacks, I have chosen Patrick Mahomes II with the Kansas City Chiefs. The reason I did this is because he is not only a Super Bowl champ in his third year, but he is also a beast on the field. And in 2019, he only had 4,031 yards and 26 touchdowns. But in 2018, where he won his MVP, he had 5,091 yards and 50 touchdowns. And I believe he fits the scheme for what I'm trying to go for. And he just is an overall really good player. And I need that athleticism on this team. Oh, and he also has a better arm than Josh Allen. Just saying.